Hello. Welcome back to Lotus Tarot TV 444. Everybody some time to get in here because today is such a beautiful day and it's such a perfect time to let go. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and play a song for you guys. This is called Ascension. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, how are y'all? That's awesome, girl. Yeah. Huh. We're going to use these. I got a good feeling, y'all. Yes. I know this year is going to be our year. For sure. Yay! Hey, girl. Look. That's awesome. Oh. All right. So that was called Ascension. And that is exactly what we are dealing with currently. We are finally ready to let go in many different ways. We're cutting the cord. We're severing ties. We're walking away. We're releasing any pent-up emotions over the years. We're finally letting go. We're letting go of who we thought we were. We're letting go of our perception of where we're supposed to be in life, where we're supposed to go. I feel like so many people are awakening at a rapid rate. They're awakening in droves. It's finally like you have this feeling that you're finally wide awake. You guys may be seeing different realms with the naked eye, being able to see different orbs flying around. Lately, I've been noticing a lot of white, mists out of the corner of my eye. You're starting to get more in tune with who you want to be and who you truly are. And right now, as we are releasing the baggage, as we are getting organized, cleaning house, we're finally able to access our full power and reach our full potential. And I really had a good feeling about today. And thank you, by the way, for those who left a like. I appreciate it. Show some love, y'all, because this is going to be our year. And it's all up to what we choose to do, how we choose to handle what is presented to us. And for those of you that are waiting to start a new beginning, you're starting to see things develop. There's a lot going on. These 4 cards came out, you guys. There's going to be a problem regarding many different realms that we're finally starting to see change in a positive way. Some of us may have been dealing with money problems. Some of us could have been sick recently. We're finally feeling like we're getting over that sickness. Some of us may have already separated from anyone and everyone that did not serve our higher purpose. We've dealt with conflict, and now we've decided to move away from that kind of energy. We're deciding to move away from those that have left us out in the cold. We've decided to move away from family that's just simply toxic. We've decided to remove ourselves from this defeatist attitude. We're not wallowing in the losses anymore. We're focusing on where we want to be, who we want to be, getting our money right, and making massive changes within ourselves. There's someone here that may have betrayed us in the past here that's now feeling defeated at this point. Someone is feeling challenged. Someone may have been challenging us in some way. We're dealing with trials and tribulations. We're dealing with trials and tribulations right now. But we're overcoming these things. We're taking the lessons from the losses. We're doing away with the pain. We're no longer allowing others who try to compete with us. We're not letting it affect us. Excuse me. And while we're going through these challenges and completing all of these cycles here, releasing the pain, now we're in this energy. We're embodying the high priestess. Silence is golden, isn't it? And not only are we focused, laser focused on our goals, we finally decided that we need to choose our battles wisely. We need to learn when we should be speaking and what we should be sharing and who we should be sharing it with. We're a lot more aligned, aware. We're receiving a lot of psychic downloads. So you guys may be experiencing certain feelings in the body. Maybe some of you guys have been feeling stomach issues, feeling as though maybe you're having more aches and pains, headaches. And it's due to all of the psychic downloads that we're receiving and processing here. There's a lot happening subconsciously. And there's a lot happening and developing when it comes to our intuition and what we're able to see and understand that's been hidden from us. There's an inner knowing. And we're becoming a lot more aligned with that. I'm looking at some of you guys could know somebody with with purple hair. Some of you guys may want to dye your hair purple. Maybe that's someone's favorite color here, or green. I'm noticing a lot of green. We're starting to want to go out in nature a lot more. Maybe we're realizing that a lot of the things that we've been immersed in lately has been all a distraction and nothing but conflict. And so we've decided to detach, maybe even pull away from technology as a whole. Detach from social media, detach from watching TV, even, watching Netflix. Now we're starting to maybe try reading more. Maybe we're trying to meditate a lot more, get acquainted with the silence. There's somebody in here that likes Depeche Mode, and it reminds me of Enjoy the Silence. We are finding ourselves within these moments of silence. And we are looking at everything that we've done away with. We're looking at where we've come from, who we used to be. We're looking at everything that we have accomplished thus far. We're looking at how far we've come, how much we've grown. And I feel like we're deciding to choose ourselves once and for all here. What's done is done. The things that have now come to pass, the endings were inevitable. And in yesterday's collective, I mentioned the beginning of the end. This is where we are. We're already starting anew, embarking on a new path. There's a King of Cups here, reversed. We've already turned down anybody that likes to manipulate our emotions, anybody that likes to make others jealous or, take advantage of other people's vulnerabilities, people that weren't emotionally intelligent. Maybe they lack empathy. They drink a lot. They're deceptive and they're cold. We're doing away with this. Prince of Cups reversed. There's somebody that just hasn't been following through on the things that they said that they would do. And I see a lot of watery energy. So I see Pisces especially. Wherever there's a lot of deceptive energy, codependent energy, and that's also including Cancers and Scorpios here. Some of you guys could be dealing with that sign specifically where things have been built on a lie. Or you could just be dealing with someone that played with your heart. Somebody that always has to appear on top. So if you say that you're doing something, they got to do it better. If you're wearing, something that they say they like, they try and go out and get something better. Or if you're telling a story, they'll try and tell a better story. We're done with all of that. And the jealousy is palpable. There seems to be a lot of people around us that envy our abilities and who we are and how far we're coming. There could be people in your life that may have tried to bury you, not realizing you were a seed, and now you're starting to sprout and bloom. Prince of Wands reverse. I see some fire energy coming out here now, you guys. Family, everything is changing. So relationships may be beginning for some people, and some people can experience endings. Some of you guys are dealing with family situations, living situations, workplace situations that are being affected in some way. So you may be leaving an old job and finding a new one. Leaving an old living situation and finding something much better for yourself. I see a lot of energy here that leads me to believe somebody is going to lose their temper about something or has already lost their temper. There's been a lot of impulsive behavior that we are coming out of. I do see new. I feel like new opportunities are coming in that will completely change your life. Money is coming in. I mean, I just love looking at that. For those of you dealing with legal issues, things will be resolved. Things will go in your favor. There may have been a few opportunities that you may have missed in the past, but you realize that those opportunities were lost for a reason, and for a good reason. Because as we start to begin anew, we can finally reach this state of balance. We're getting organized. We need to manage our time. And this is in the advice position. So some of us are already getting ready to, again, get organized, clean house, balance their finances, start to only focus on balanced relationships. And we're also finding inner balance. But for those that are currently dealing with any trials and tribulations that have yet to come to pass, the advice is to focus on balance and balance only. Manage your time. Don't let anyone distract you or take away your time and energy. There are so many different possibilities that will be presented to you for sure, because as we're moving forward, we may get multiple choices here. And things will work in our favor concerning finances, especially if we've been going through what seems like a drought financially. Things will start to come through here. There's this inner conflict, though. There's a lot of inner conflict that needs to be worked through. And I feel like there's a situation here where plans may end up falling through when it comes to you flying out somewhere or, taking a road trip somewhere. Some of you guys may have come out of a time of stagnance. Some of you guys may be dealing with ringing ears. Some of you guys could be hearing ringing in the right ear. Some of you guys may be experiencing astral projection during your dreams. Maybe someone has been in your dreams recently. Maybe some of you guys have premonitions about something. We're definitely blocking a lot of people here. And somebody's frustrated. Someone is outright angry. They're furious. The game isn't working anymore. I feel like someone wants to come back. Maybe they're trying to message us. There's somebody here, multiple people for some, where we've already decided to do away with it. We already see all we've needed to see. And somebody is blocked. And somebody doesn't know what to do about it. Some of us are hoping for all that we've prayed for, all that we've strived for, to come to fruition. We're hoping that things will go in our favor, especially when it comes to emotional partnerships or situations that involve how we feel about someone. But unfortunately, there's somebody here that drains us. So if we're hanging around them, or if we talk to them, or whatever it is concerning them, we end up feeling extremely drained. We're leaving behind all that doesn't fulfill us. We're leaving behind any and everything that doesn't enrich our lives. If we've been dealing with anyone that has been in and out of our lives, that has been done away with for good. Anyone that brought drama, gossip, anyone that was two-faced, that's all gone. And as we're healing, we're starting to receive certain messages within songs. Maybe for some of you, you've been, watching something, you're just trying to relax, and you receive messages through your through those shows or those movies that you've been watching. I'm sorry, guys. I'm receiving and trying to speak at the same time, but it's a lot. It seems like there's a lot more that we're starting to feel. And you know what? For those of you that may be dealing with any tingling, it's very strange. I had an experience where, when I was having that panic attack I was telling you guys about, my body started vibrating, and it got to both of my arms, and then my arms and hands. They were numb and tingling, almost like they fell asleep, but they didn't fall asleep because I was standing, I wasn't, cutting off blood flow in any way. So there was no reason for it. But when the emotions were hitting me, it just went from the top of my head down to my toes. And as it reached my arms and hands, I was shaking, and it kind of sat. It was kind of numbish and tingling for a minute. And I started seeing a lot of white, misty, orbs pass by. And it felt like so much that I have been holding on to when it comes to anger and resentment just melted away. Some of us could really be focusing on repairing our DNA. Some of us are focusing on our diet. Some of us are focusing on what we're spending our money on, what we're putting our focus towards, who we're spending time with. You know that whoever you hang around, the most people that you hang around, you are the average of who you choose to surround yourself with and what you choose to consume, whether that is, what media you consume, food, what have you. We're really starting to look at what we're doing here. We're really starting to realize that anybody who's tried to take us out, anyone that's tried to get, to butter us up in order to get in our beds, that's not working anymore. We're not dealing with anybody who's jealous in the family. We're not dealing with anybody who just wants to try and tear us down. There's somebody here that's dealing with a lot of torment. Somebody's been trying to run away from who they truly are, but they have to face themselves. We're realizing that there are certain situations that have been built on lies. And as we're pulling ourselves out of the darkness, as we're letting go, we can finally have this sense of peace, the sense of clarity. There's somebody that really just likes to have their ego stroked. And that's really it. Some of us could be dealing with the Virgo here. And right now, somebody may have trouble seeing dark spirits, especially if they're living in a destructive manner. Maybe there's someone here that's been living in isolation. I'm also seeing that we are definitely starting to pay attention to who we are going back generations. We're getting acquainted with guardian angels. Maybe we're coming across seeing an article that says something about Isis or says something about Ocean. Maybe some of us are talking about Lilith. You're getting acquainted with different gods and goddesses, or whoever it is that is a deity. Some of you guys may be dealing with Greek gods and goddesses. Some of these things may be brought to your attention through research. I also feel like someone is hesitating. I think that there are some of you guys that may be facing a decision right now. You need to make a decision, or someone is making a decision concerning you. And some of us may be feeling a little bit scattered right now. Working on any issues that surround codependency. So if we're starting to see that other people are codependent upon us and our time and they're extremely demanding, we're doing away with that. If we've discovered any traits within ourselves of codependency, we are working through those. This is interesting, guys. I feel a pressure behind my eyes. And thank you very much, Blue Flame. I see you. I don't know what they said, but good looking out, girl. Because as we are working through letting go, the tolerance level is at 0. Zilch. Nada. Right? Let's clarify these. Because I feel like somebody's holding back or has been holding back. The mask has slipped several times. Anybody that hasn't been supportive of us. All these things are starting to become very clear to us. We're walking away. but yet there's still something that we're hesitating with. So somebody could be hesitating to take that first step into the unknown or back out into, social circles after coming out of all of this extra stuff that we are recovering from. Five of Pentacles. Oh, so there's a lot wanting to come out, but we're going to focus on the one that calls to me. There's definitely a father here or someone that has kids. We're dealing with bosses. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries where they're extremely controlling. They're self-serving. They make presumptions about others. Their arrogance keeps them from identifying the issues that they need to work through. This is the embodiment of narcissistic energy for sure. It's all about them all of the time. If we're dealing with bosses, they are definitely a tyrant. They are abusing their position in people's lives. They're abusing their power. It's their way or the highway. But I see this Eight of Pentacles here. And the way that we are finally healing and recovering is by making that effort, focusing on what we need and giving it to ourselves. We're staying focused on learning something new here, investing in not only ourselves, but our projects, our goals. We're breaking our goals down into smaller goals. We're taking it one day at a time, one step at a time. Some of us are focused on training right now for new work, for those of us investing in that. We realize that in order for us to get anywhere, we have to stick to only our goals every single day. And I've been hearing a lot because I've been watching TED Talks. I've been watching different mentors. And the common message I kept hearing was that it takes 10,000 hours to get anything mastered. And some people may have distracted us and kept us from achieving that. But now we realize that we must put in that time, that effort, that consistency. You see, even in the image here, nothing is distracting us. Show me the Five of Wands reversed. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So we have the Prince of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay. So now we have some Gemini, and some more Earth coming in. So we already said Virgo. Now we have Taurus, Capricorn, and Gemini coming up. We are on the right track. So if you guys have been wondering about whether you made the right decision, whether things will go in your favor, whether what you're doing will amount to anything, the answer is yes, yes, and more yes. Because we are on the right path. Take your time. The reason why things may not be moving as quickly as we want them to or feel that they should is because we're getting to the root of multiple situations here. And we're establishing new roots here. And if we want a firm foundation, we realize that we don't need to rush. We are manifesting so many different opportunities here. And right now, we've already chose the path least traveled, having been faced with this crossroad here, being faced with decisions here. Somebody's been indecisive. Somebody's been wanting to have their cake and eat it too. But we're focused on creation, stability, Prince of Swords reversed. Got the air coming out. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ticking time bomb. Somebody's definitely pissed off. Somebody's mad that they can't say what they want to say, or that maybe we're not responding to it, or their games aren't working. They don't have access to us anymore. This is someone that has the potential to forge documents, they're a fighter. They fight with words. They fight with fists. Somebody's going in circles. It's like this person has a death wish with the things that they choose to do, but it's because they're impulsive. They don't think about the consequences until later. And somebody's reckless. They're reckless with the things they say and do. And there's no changing it. We chose ourselves here. Somebody's definitely not happy about that at all. There are multiple nights that have come up. There may be 3 people in particular that are not okay with our silence and not being able to see or know what's going on. Show me the High Priestess. So I do see some good things when it comes to money. Money's coming in, you know. We're getting a message from someone here about a new opportunity. We're realizing that the seeds that we've planted are starting to sprout. Thank you very much, Catherine, for the $5. I appreciate that. Good news is on the way, especially concerning finances. Some of you guys are starting to prepare for any creative projects that you want to start or release. You could be tapping more into your music, tapping more into your creative expression. Someone could be into fashion, into drawing, painting. Some of you guys may be getting into gardening. Maybe you guys are wanting to learn more about astrology, getting more acquainted with the moon. I feel like by the full moon, things will have developed, or at least you'll start to see the beginning of our manifestations. And it's by our consistent efforts, our consistent focus. And for anyone that's messaging someone here, somebody's going to know that they can't come in the way that they used to anymore. We're not going to respond. Somebody's keeping secrets here. Keeping their next move a secret. Keeping how they feel a secret. I feel like somebody's on Tinder and they may meet somebody. That just came through. Don't ask me why that came through, but it just came through. Some of you guys could be dealing with a lot of interests, but you're starting to see who's not for you. And you're just deciding to do away with it all for now. There's a situation here where somebody is receiving their bad karma. So any of those that have blown up in any way or have tried to, again, with that Emperor reversed, anybody that's abusive, controlling, manipulative, deceptive, self-serving, drinkers, drug users, anybody that is just living life reckless. They're going to hit their rock bottom. And by us continuing to stand in our inner knowing, stand in our power, we are keeping our silence, and it's actually helping the manifestation process here. We're not allowing anybody to goad us into any more conflict. We may have done so before, but not anymore. 5 of Swords. So we have the King of Pentacles. Could be a fatherly figure. I keep getting a lot of references to family and work as well. A boss, a fatherly figure, or someone that we know who's an earth sign. There's been a lot of conflict, a lot of betrayal. Somebody may say things just to hurt the other person. But now we're focused on our home, our finances. We're focused on firm foundations and only firm foundations. Look at this. 3 of Wands. Things are starting to develop. Especially when it comes to our plans and our creative projects. Things will move smoothly. We're starting to see that the decision to start anew is full of abundant blessings, full of opportunity, full of newfound energy. Anybody that we've dealt with that cheated, lied, triangulated. It's going to end up happening to them. Prince of Chalice is reversed. Oh, okay. And isn't that funny? So this was reversed a second ago and it flipped on its own. The more that we keep taking these steps, no matter how stressed we feel, no matter how much weight has been on our shoulders, as long as we keep moving forward and complete the cycles that need to be done once and for all, don't let them come back in. Things will start to turn in our favor. All of the good karma that we've accumulated, you will start to see it manifest. Keep going. You've made the right decision. I see the Ace of Cups, new love. And earlier with the Ace of Pentacles, new homes, new jobs, new relationships in general. Things are transforming. Somebody's going to try to start a smear campaign because they feel abandoned or because they're confused. They're trying to get your attention. Don't fall for it. There could be some of us that are dealing with others or dealing with the feeling of hopelessness or working through abandonment issues. See, we're working towards what we need to do. We are living in our purpose. We are standing in our purpose. Positive changes. Some of the people that we decided to walk away from, yeah, they are going to get ghosted. They won't be able to get through. They'll be blocked for sure on everything. We realize that there are certain relationships where you've grown out of it. You've grown apart. You're on totally different paths. You're ready to evolve and they just want to stay the same. But somebody is extremely unhappy about that. See, job situations are going to go well, you guys. You will receive news about a training date, interviews. Money looks great. You're starting to find like-minded individuals that you can collaborate with. Some of you guys may be deciding to get a roommate. You know, if you want to move out of a family situation, you know, or a bad living situation, you'll find others that you'd be able to work together with. Some of you guys may find other people, especially when it comes to your creativity, you may find other people that you want to collaborate with when it comes to those types of projects. I also feel like we're focusing on where our money's going, for sure. And some of us are starting to invest in school. We're starting to invest in even certain hobbies here. I feel like this reminds me of Cirque du Soleil or a trapeze artist. There could be someone here that's wanting to get into that, finding opportunities to get into that, building new skills. We're focusing on budgeting here. And when it comes to relationships, for sure, oh yeah, we're closing the door. Two of Pentacles. Things are going to shift in a profound way. It may be shocking to some of you because we may have gone through, you know, a long bout of misfortune, but now we're starting to see that we're receiving good fortune. good karma. We're healing the generations before us by healing ourselves. Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Intuition is definitely being enhanced. We're starting to clear our chakra centers. If there has been any blockage concerning manifestation, these things will be healed. In matters of the heart, concerning love, these things will be cleared. We're letting go. We're finding this power within us, where we can finally open ourselves up to the world around us. No more fear, no more doubt. Especially for those of us getting back out in nature. Some of us may start taking walks every day, starting to get a lot more health conscious, focusing on what we're putting in our body, focusing on our environment. Good things are coming. And trust your intuition. Continue along your journey of self-love, self-discovery. Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, okay. So we have 3 cards, you guys. Okay. So definitely somebody here in the ego for sure. We've already established that earlier, right? People that just want our attention just for the sake of attention, but now we're not giving anyone our attention. A lot of people that we may have put on a pedestal, they fell off a long time ago. We closed the door a long time ago. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Princess of Swords. We're going to have news about jobs, homes. I mean, money is fine. We just need to not fear the path that we've chosen. If we're dealing with anybody that is jealous and insecure, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and then walk the hell away. Because I feel like there's so much we're discovering. I mean, look at this. Remember how we talked about white mists earlier? Our guardian angels, the divine, is surrounding us. Look, we talked about repairing the DNA, focusing on getting back out in nature. Some of us are hoping for this. Some of us may fear that we won't be able to get this, maybe due to certain people that did not show any gratitude for who we are, what we know, what we gave to them. But now it's about putting those ideas down on paper, executing them, and having faith that these things will develop. Realizing the fact that all of the fears concerning how people will view us, we're realizing that we need not concern about that anymore. We need not be concerned about that at all. Show me the alien reversed. Oh, all right. Yeah. We are definitely dealing with a situation here where somebody's going to try to tempt us in some way. Somebody's going to try and come back or get us to come back. But they're going to be confused when they realize that their tactics don't work anymore. There's definitely a lot of jealousy going on, you guys. Be careful. Some of us have been working through addictions for sure, because I see a lot of codependency issues. Some of us may be deciding not to drink. Maybe we feel like it makes us insecure. It makes us, lose energy, lose life force. The devil is in the cards. And some of us may be challenged with staying away from certain karmic situations here. And some of us are going to be dealing with this kind of energy here. Troll type of energy. Maybe we're working through greed. Somebody may have had a third party that they got pregnant for some of you guys. I'm feeling this pressure now in my third eye. Guys, trust whatever downloads you receive. You may not be able to process them immediately, but be wary. Don't allow temptation to throw you off course here. It will be a test of your faith. This test that's coming up, let's say somebody tries to come back, or somebody tries to send you a message, or somebody tries to get your attention. Whether you choose to fall for it or not will be the choice you need to make. And the right choice is don't even do it. Because it's all about new beginnings now. This year is our year as long as we continuously make it our year. Have faith. Be open to the possibilities. Open yourself up to love. And the way to do that is focusing on self-love, focusing on self-care, investing in yourself. Definitely see somebody getting into gardening or wanting to get back out in nature. Don't give up. Don't give up on what you're striving for. Don't give up on your beliefs, your goals. And be wary of anybody who is just jealous and just wants to spew their darkness at you just to bring you down. Because if you take a look here, we're going to be minding our own business. Somebody's going to try and catch us off guard. But continue to focus on healing and continue to keep to yourself. Tap into your creativity. Free yourself. Trust in the universe. Trust in your abilities. Stay well rested, centered. Remember all that you've learned and invest in yourself, because this letting go, this process of letting go, is just what we needed. Whatever comes your way, because I do feel like you will be challenged. Somebody will try and maybe they'll blow up in the middle of the road, or blow up, at work or around your home in some way. Some of you guys could be dealing with neighbors like that, but don't let it affect you. Continue to stay in your own lane because you are on the right track. Okay? Things are looking up. I mean, this is just further confirmation that we're moving in the right direction. We're finally healing. Because just this alone with the wheel, I'm telling you, just listen to your intuition, be consistent. And anybody that's not making as much of an investment and an effort as you are, cut it off. But it is now time for me to bid you adieu. It's been a pleasure, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Stay tuned once again when it comes to February's readings. I will be posting those very soon. And just know that as long as you continue choosing yourself the way that you have been, your life will transform in a positive way, in ways that you couldn't even imagine. It'll be better than you ever dreamed it could be. I feel the energy. So, all right, you guys. Well, until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Stay focused. And peace and love. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Yep, love you too, girl. Love the squad. Squad.